Chapter 8. The Trap. The doctor came late. He had many visits to make that night. Other mysterious accidents had occurred, falls, burns, and near drownings. And when he had finished listening through his stethoscope, he held the girl's wrist for a long time, feeling her pulse. Something puzzled him. She reminded him of someone he had seen in the same house, in that very room, only the other had been dark with golden skin. "Seems you have recovered," said Dr. Vaughan, "but you'd better stay where you are for a day or two." "Watch her," the doctor told Mrs. Gruffydd before he went. "She's well, but her pulse is so weak, I can hardly feel it. It's almost as though no one was there." Gwyn was allowed into the girl's room the following morning. Still dark, and the bedside light was on. She was sitting up in one of Bethan's old night dresses. Her hair had been washed and looked paler than ever. "It's strange she hasn't grown," thought Gwyn. "Now we are the same size." She was gazing around at all the things that made the room peculiarly Bethan's place. A group of rag dolls on the dressing table in faded cotton dresses, a picture of bluebells on the wall, a yellow dress in a plastic cover still hanging on the back of the door, and the blue and pink forget-me-not curtains that Bethan had chosen. They did not refer to the past just then. They talked about the thing that had come hurtling out of the storm to throw her down into the mud, the terror of the animals, Nine's devastated room, and poor Long John. "And it's my fault," said Gwyn. "I know it is. I gave something to the wind that I should not have given, an old broken horse. I was told to keep it safe, never to let it go, but I did. I wanted Arianne went back, and I thought it was the only way." "It seems to me," she said, "that if you are to stop the thing, you have to get its name and discover what it is." "How can I do that?" Gwyn asked. "It could be one of a million names, like Rumpelstiltskin. And we can't wait that long. Who knows what damage it might do while we're searching for a name?" She rested her chin upon her hand, like Bethan used to do, and said slowly, "If you are your namesake, if you are Gwydion, the magician from the legend, perhaps the broken horse is from the legend too. Perhaps a demon from a true story was trapped inside the broken horse by magic to keep its evil locked up, safe away from the world." Gwyn frowned. Seemed to make sense. It had felt so very old, that broken horse. All at once the girl leaned forward and said quietly, "There was another gift, wasn't there? Nine gave you 5. You have only told me about 4 of them." Gwyn looked hard at the girl in Bethan's bed, and then he said, "A yellow scarf, your scarf, to bring you back." They grinned at each other, and Gwyn felt as though all the heavy air that had been holding tight inside himself was flown out of him, and he could breathe again. He had so many questions to ask, and he did not know which to choose. "Where have you been, Bethan?" he said at last. "I'm not Bethan," she replied. "I might have been Bethan once, but now I'm Eirlis. I'll never be Bethan again. I've been out there." She inclined her head, indicating a slither of darkness dividing the forget-me-not curtains. "On the mountain?" "No," she said, reluctant to continue, and then said, "Out there, further than the mountain, further than the sky." "How?" "It will hard for you to believe,